Hey y'all, I'm Chris Rawley. I'm the CEO of Harvest Returns, and I'm here today to talk about our company and what we do for farmers and ranchers and investors. So back in the mid-2000s, I became very interested in agriculture, and I didn't grow up on a farm. I didn't spend any time in a ranching family or anything like that, but I have always been really interested in investing. So the reason I became interested in farming was because I traveled a lot, and I traveled in the course of my time in the Navy, spent a lot of time overseas, spent a lot of time going to basically developing countries where people don't take their food for granted like we do here in the US, and they are very close to their food. They're either producing it themselves or they're buying it in a local market, and they have much fewer choices. And because we've been so blessed here, I wanted to figure out how that more people could get access to investing in agriculture and farming. And at the same time, I kind of moved out to a rural area, so I drove past ranches every day. And so I thought maybe there's something to this farming and ranching, and people are making money. And I wanted to invest in a farm, but I really didn't have the know-how, didn't have the capital, and didn't really have the resources on how to do that. So I guess we took the hard route and we decided to start a company, and we created Harvest Returns to allow people greater access to investments in farming and ranching and agriculture businesses. So what we are really proud of here at Harvest Returns and what we like to see is farming companies, farming families, and most farms in the U.S. are owned by families, and many of the farms that we work with are owned by families, growing their business or starting new businesses, and essentially they're fulfilling their dreams, and that's all possible because of our investors who take a chance on these farmers and ranchers and invest some amount of money to help them build and expand their company and their agriculture company. And it's really rewarding for us to watch those companies grow while at the same time producing healthy food and other agriculture products and making a solid and fair return for our investors. So here's why we like agriculture as an investment class. The first is simply demographics. Everyone on the planet has to eat. It's the one industry that's indispensable. And because of that, and because the population keeps growing, and because as populations tend to get wealthier and consume more calories and more protein as they get wealthier over time, we think that agriculture is a compelling investment class. And there's all kinds of other reasons that somebody might want to consider investing in agriculture, whether that's the inflation-adjusted returns or a great portfolio hedge against uncertain markets and volatile stock markets and bond markets, or most importantly, investing in the food system. So creating more quality food while supporting farmers and ranchers all over the world. So here at Harvest Returns, we're doing some really unique types of agricultural investments that you're not going to find anywhere else. One of those that we're really excited about is regenerative livestock, grass-fed cattle, cage-free hens, you name it. This is agriculture, animal agriculture, livestock that's produced in a sustainable manner. It makes the soil better, it makes the land better, it makes our watersheds better, and it produces a healthy nutritional product while at the same time creating nice steady returns for our investors. So we like livestock. We also like indoor agriculture. This is also called controlled environment agriculture, whether that's greenhouses or vertical farms. It's farming that's produced where you're taking some of the risk out of farming, produced by the weather and the elements, and making food grown closer to where it's consumed. So urban areas, suburban areas. Most of the vegetables we eat here in the United States are grown in Central Valley, California, and shipped all across the United States. There's a lot of fuel that's used. There's a lot of time that goes by between when the produce is picked and when it arrives at your table, and it becomes less nutritional, and there's a lot of wastage in that process. So indoor agriculture helps us grow food closer to where it is consumed by people who enjoy those products. And in addition to that, we like agriculture technology, and that's a unique thing. These are early stage companies. They can be risky investments, but they have the high potential for significant payoff if these companies do well. And agriculture technology companies are just like any other tech company. They take an idea, apply technology, and then in our case, they apply it to the agricultural field. So they're using things like precision agriculture with sensors and GPS and drones and things like that, and robotics that help producers make food more efficiently, more sustainably, and at a higher profit level. So if you visit the Harvest Returns platform, you're going to see all these different types of investments and many more. And we pride ourselves in being a little unique in offering things that you can't find anywhere else. So for me, as a owner of a small company and entrepreneur myself, watching our agriculture entrepreneurs succeed is what motivates me. So as we take a chance on them, deploy some of our investors' capital, and then watching them grow their company, sometimes slowly, sometimes more quickly, with various levels of success. I think it's really part of the American dream to start and build a company, and combining that with farmers who are just the salt of the earth and essential to all of us. It's what drives us here at Harvest Returns, and everybody on our team is pretty excited about our mission of making American farming stronger while producing returns for investors.